Good morning,
Yes.
everybody. How's everybody doing this
Good morning.
fine
Good morning.
day? And happy Saturday to you. Good morning, Mr. Felix.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good. It's a fantastic, wonderful day. It is May 14th, 2022.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Sir, definitely is
I
nice
said
and
it's a
warm
beautiful
down
day
here
in the
in the north.
neighborhood.
Yes, it is. I see it's nice and shiny and sunny and Detroit. Nice and sunny and North Fort
Absolutely.
Lauderdale.
Absolutely.
And we just glad to be here and thankful, and we want to say thank you for joining us. It's fantastic. We get ready to talk about sports talk with Kamau and Felix. So I'm sure we're gonna have some great, fantastic topics. Of course we do, and we're gonna go ahead and get down to it. Before we do that, we want to make
Yes.
sure we once again acknowledge the mothers. So Mother's Day was last Sunday, 6 days ago, and to all those, we want to make sure we properly acknowledge you and say happy and hope you had a good day and that you got something. And if you didn't, all I'm saying, just be there for us and all that we do as people on this earth. All right. First, say don't like, click share, call your friends, get them on the phone, go FaceTime them, show them the screen, say, hey, y'all got to come on check out Felix and Kamau. Come on, Felix on here doing that crazy sports talk again, and they gonna probably say get some stupid stuff and watch have some stupid sports and all that good stuff. NFL, NBA, MLB, college sport. No, college. We definitely today. And as always, don't forget to get the book Gratefulness Journey Every Day by who? Marcus Holmes, that young man right here. Prime Day is coming. Get it on Amazon. Amazon, pull up the name and then buy the book and get it delivered right to your door. All right, topic of the
I
week,
have, I,
as voted on by you.
I have,
What you
I
got?
have a suggestion on the poll, man. I was watching
Okay.
the Fresh Prince. I was watching the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and the poll that this is
Okay.
a suggestion. You don't have to do it. We should see who do the fans think was the dumbest between Hillary and Kelly Bundy. Man, I was like, Hillary was dumb. Like, for real, man. I started thinking, like, man, she just as dumb as she was. I mean, that's
I
just a
got you. I got
suggestion, man.
you.
Just,
I'm
just
gonna make those. That's gonna be our for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna put that up right after the show. Who
like
who's
that.
the least smart between Kelly
Right, the least right.
Bundy and
The
Hillary
least
Banks?
smart.
I got it. The least smart. All right. Our topic of the week, something we talked about before, but it's getting a lot more traction in today's last couple weeks in sports. Should the NIL college deals be regulated or capped? What do you think?
No, you can't. Sit down. Hold on, wait. You say shit the what now?
The NIL, the name image deals the college kids are getting now, should they be
That's getting
regulated,
paid now?
capped, or even
No, it shouldn't be capped. They owe that money. No, it shouldn't be capped. Why should? Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is why I say it shouldn't be capped. All right, is coaches' salaries capped? No. Are coaches' endorsements capped? No. Then they owe that money.
nope.
They've been owed that money. They should get bonuses.
I think it should go as far as paying as back pay. Back to people who played it in college sports. Back to when they start getting TV deals. I think they should proactively go back and pay some of them people. Give them a
So
nice
you
little
saying
stipend. They should have been doing it
the
long.
80s?
Now, my
Back then
thoughts,
from the 80s?
they got the
So you'll
money.
be paying Michael
The
Jordan?
NCAA is one of yes, yes.
He's
The NCAA
already
was,
he already
but yeah.
So you saying
I
go
think
back
you know
basically. So you saying go back basically as far as Father Time. That's what you're saying.
as far as the TV deals.
Oh, the TV deals. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So that would
And
go
that's a
back to
lot of money, though.
Michael Jordan.
All right, that's a
I
lot
would
of money.
say
That's
at
Michael
the very
Jordan,
least,
Isaiah Thomas.
$5,000. Yeah.
Right. That's Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Chris Webber, Jalen Rose. That's a lot of money, man.
That's what I see. But I've been wrong. Now, do I think this should be regulation? I'll say yes. I think each year should be year to year. You know, and I'm not saying they should have a 4-year deal. Each year should be a year to year.
Okay.
And no pro. Your deals from this year to this year. You won't get any less, but you can always get more.
Okay.
That's my thoughts. Because if they transfer to school, they can get more out of school. Why not?
Yeah. I agree. I
like that. Now, the reason I really was looking at it again as I put it up as a proposal, Kirby Smart and Nick Saban are trying to make a proposal to cancel NIL altogether. That's the whole entire thing.
Of course,
But
because
now
that's
the
taking
cat is
off
out of the
their
box.
plates. Right.
It's taking
Because
away
that's
their
taking
control.
off their plate.
And they still don't get their money. They're taking control. They can't control those kids like they want to.
Right.
Matt, the former coach, the one at North Carolina now, he says we can't talk to him but $100,000 a month. And you just got
that's a lot of money.
That's that you show what they can and cannot do. Now,
right.
Right. That's the way I see it. Because once the Supreme Court said these kids should be paid, you cannot ring that bell. At least not for another 20, 30 years, like they did Roe v. Wade. You go back and do a whole lot of legislation and fix a whole lot of rules. And I'm not saying it will be immediate. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of specific cases to get it done and change a lot of minds. So those kids generate millions of dollars for each university here. And as it stands now, it reaches out to everybody, all the sports. If a kid on the soccer team can get a deal from a local restaurant, get that money, you know, and it's a marketplace just like anything else. You can't tell your coaches they can't go to another school for more money. So why can't you tell these kids they can't make? I think it's great though. That is starting to get things. I can remember and they were working. They were taking out loans, their regular scholarships. So then they applied for the Pell Grant and taking out loans. They had this idea. It couldn't work, even though they're on full scholarship. It's a good thing for this generation. I'm glad that they do it. All righty. We once again, guys, for coming out, click share, and we want to acknowledge Marshall Gill for joining us this morning. Mr. Gill, if you got any thoughts, put it in the chat. We will make sure we do our best to acknowledge what you're saying and make you part of the conversation. We want on here. We want the feedback from when you come on here. We're here, so let us know that it's not just he and I talking. We can have a great conversation all day long. Talk sports, argue about it, laugh about it. We want to know what you feel. So go ahead and put your thoughts and feelings, and then we'll make sure we acknowledge it. Click share, call your auntie, call you, say, hey, Kamau and Felix on there talking about it again. We got to see what's going on. We're moving to baseball. Sort of like with the NFL, we're gonna talk about the leaders, our favorite hometown. I'm laughing, but I want to cry. We're gonna get to them in a second. We're gonna start in America. These are the Yankees, Astros, and Angels. And the National League, we have the Dodgers and the Brewers in Milwaukee. I just think it's funny. You look at those teams. the Astros used to be in the National League, and the Brewers used to be in the American League. And when they did the realigning, they changed the team. Is it better for baseball? At the end of the day, 62 games. I don't understand why they would have made the changes that way. But just like they did in hockey, they changed hockey all the way around. Whereas they made put those the traditional 8, the beginning 8, all pretty much the same. Same half the conference made a lot of difference as well. But, I guess we got to keep up with the times. Yankees are playing home run ball right now, hitting the ball out the stadium, winning games. Actually, even though they've survived the Chiefs, they still had enough talent where they're still in the American League. And the Angels are doing well. Now, most about this, looking at two or three teams are on one. Same thing with the Mets, Dodgers, and Brewers, and the National League as well. And I see 2 of those teams in there, and 3 of those teams are not afraid to spend money. Yankees and Astros, not afraid. The Dodgers, not afraid. The Mets, and then the spend some money. And then the Brewers, they're building from the inside, and they're doing well. So, what you think?
I think the team that resides here, that's pathetic. I mean, man, what they like? I think they got the same record they had last year at this time, or they might be a little bit worse than what they had. Man, I don't know, man. I throw my hands up. I don't know. Between them, the Red Wings, and the Lions, and the I don't know, man. I think it's gone. I really do. I think the fight is gone. The desire to win is gone. It's just throw them out there. I feel bad for AJ Hinch. I really do. Because that's who's going to get the buck up. That's who's going to get blamed. At the end of the day, you got to blame somebody. And he going to get, because it's like, okay, Cabrera hit the 3,000. That was a bright spot. Then it's like they went right back in the toilet. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take to change the team. Al Avila, he can only do so much if they going to only let him speak. Yeah, they only going to let him do so much if they go with the money he can spend, but don't nobody want to come here. You got the Baez kid. It's like, you should have left him in Chicago. It's like they come here to die.
So, you
want a paycheck? No, I can't blame Chris because his daddy, rest in peace to Mike. Rest in peace to his dad. His dad had a vision. His father didn't mind spending the money. But, I mean, you can't buy championships, man. Ask the Steinbrenners. That's only going to last for so long. We should have, if you're going to say we're in a rebuilding mode, you should have got rid of Cabrera a long time ago when you got rid of JV and all of them. That's just my take on it.
His most prohibitive. I can see why Cabrera stayed because at the time,
would have took it.
Contract was the most prohibitive.
Somebody would have took it. You just didn't get out there and find a suitor. There's always a suitor, man. It's like you said in the opening statement, it's 162 games. You got a suitor who would have took it. They just didn't willing deal hard enough. That's all. Because at the end of the day, he maybe got one more season. Good. That's barring injury. Man, he kept him too long, man. The tread is off the tires. It ain't easy.
He's on the contract.
You say who?
I think it was his last season on the
yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying.
He's on my side.
I think we held him too long.
I think the lag is on side of the lagging.
Right.
Okay, I think that's better. Because I think we have a little bit of technical difficulties. I close in the background. That could speed everything up. So let me close up.
Yeah, close some windows and shades and all that, man. Okay.
thing in the background now is running. All right, so this is my speed. We're much more caught up right now. Speaking of the Tigers, they are 10-23. And the last time they
You know what
were
I'm saying?
6-13. So they've
See?
won four. They've gone 4-10 in the last 2 weeks.
That's pathetic. That's sad. But
The
like I
sad part is
said,
they play teams
before, to recap,
Northern.
it's not that, man. It's they come here to. It's like as long as you okay. It's like this. The Baez kid, for example, he knew Chicago wasn't gonna pay him that. So where can I go and get paid that? The Tigers. Okay, let me go. By the time we really see what he's really worth, they're gonna be there trading him anyway. Look at all the players we done had: David Price, Scherzer, JV. Well, where they at now? Up in somebody else's organization. Don't nobody want to play here, man. And then when they do come here, it's just to get a paycheck. It's not to restart their career or nothing. Wait till the off season with the Pistons. You'll see. Watch. It's a revolving circle with these teams, man. Just like the Wings, they fired Jeff Blasher. You see what I'm saying? They fired Jeff Blasher. Jeff Blasher don't go 10. Jeff Blasher don't go up and down the ring. But at the end of the day, somebody has to take the blame. And it was him.
I actually agree with that firing. He's been there 1 years. They've only made the playoff once. I think he's had decent enough to at least try and sneak in the last seed. I think the Tigers, the Pistons. I would say the Red Wings were probably on the best standings. I think the Pistons have this future so far. How that's going to shape up and whether they're going to keep that coach around is another story. But that's how it goes. All right, we got to move. It's a time to the NFL. Something we did not talk about. There was a lot of movement in the sportscasters, movement from one company to another, and Troy Aikman and Buck are now doing Monday Night Football. I think that's a great thing, and here's why. If is on ESPN, that means he's not doing those baseball games on Fox anymore. So when they go to the World Series, I don't have to hear his crazy voice. He's great at football. I like Buck at football, but baseball. So I'm glad that they made that change over there, and then that also lets me know that Troy Aikman won't be Cowboys game. They always try to put him with every game every other week on Fox. So
what about Monday nights? Don't the Cowboys play on Monday night?
They play at least once a night. They play at least once a Monday night. So that's a whole lot less.
Troy doing a Cowboy game, right?
That's okay, but it's a lot less than every other week.
Oh, you said it's every other Sunday? Okay, yeah.
Right. Because every other Sunday.
I mean, you know what? They work. They work. I mean, they work together. They do good. They like me and you. They do good. Now, if I can just get you to come over to the dark side, they'd be all right. But they good. I mean, they complement each other. Just like Jim Nance and Tony Romo. That's who's gonna try to get out next. Watch. Tony Romo gonna end up leaving CBS. Watch what I tell you. Because he thinks he's bigger than Jim Nance.
If I'm him, I'm staying right where I am. I got a nice big contract. He get all the premier games. They just did the Super Bowl. I don't see he would need to
because
unless he goes over Fox to make more money. Make that.
Tony Romo wants to be the star. He don't want to share the spotlight with Jim Nance. He wants it to be the CBS, the NFL Today on CBS with Tony Romo / Jim Nance versus Jim Nance / Tony Romo. You can tell. Well, just this upcoming season, just listen to the broadcast. You can tell. But Jim, if you look at it, Jim trying to throw him under the bus too and let him go on out there, let him go out to the deep end, and then Jim sometimes come back and save you. This is what Jim Nance does. He's a sports commentator. You not a sports commentator. You was a pro football player. Play your position, man. That's not what you do.
Nance is the play-by-play. Romo is the color guy. I like them as a team, honestly. I like them to be a little bit better, like Aikman and Buck, because what I think is Troy Aikman and Romo try to get that. Gonna try and get that money they just gave old boy in Tampa Bay. What's his name? He's still playing. He just got that $375 million contract. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He hasn't been in the booth yet. He got a contract for $370. 10 years.
But look at Maria Taylor. Maria Washington, the one for Channel 4. I mean for NBC. She didn't took over Sunday Night Football. Yep. No, that's Taylor. Maria Taylor. Okay. Yeah, she left ESPN, went to NBC, and she getting paid. I'm proud of her. I really am. I'm proud of her. Because I still remember when Nick Saban went off on her. Yeah, the college football game when Nick Saban went off on her. I appreciate that neither. Nick kind of lost some respect for me with that one. She was doing her job, you know.
Yeah, but she faced a lot of criticism and shade from other co-workers at ESPN, and one of which isn't even working anymore. And now she's at NBC. And she's making good money and making great strides. And I'm like you said, I'm proud to see that she's made the transition that she's had. Really quick, let's talk about our Lions. The Aiden Hutchinson, he has signed his rookie deal, 4 years, $35.7 million, all guaranteed. And Jameson Williams, 17.5. Everybody has signed the contract but one rookie. Collective bargaining agreement set up to the point now they just slot you in. It's not even an argument about what you're gonna make. As the question is, are you gonna sign a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal? And that's one of the things that they made sure that they put into in effect. A lot of the veterans are complaining these rookies come on us, they ain't played it now. So they went in and under the bargaining agreement. Everybody's from the top. This is what you're gonna make, and next year they pretty much already know what the rookie's gonna make next year. Because what they say every year the percentage go up because of the TV money, and they just might as well sign. You don't see holdouts anymore from the rookies, and I kind of missed that a little bit. I missed that a little bit. Seeing so and so hasn't committed to camp yet. There's a good chance he won't play in the first game. And I'll just laugh like, yeah, he'll be there. Sure enough, the Thursday before the game, you'll see him signing his contract before, so he can make sure he's there for that week's of practice. So I missed that. And you don't even see a lot of holdouts anymore. Period. In the NFL or the NBA, they find a way to get themselves traded long before anything ever happens for those contract or holdouts. With social media, they get on social media and everybody get behind them, and they force the hand of the team to go ahead and pay them or trade them. And when they trade them with a contract that they want. So it's the new way of doing business, and in all sports really, except for maybe baseball. They don't do that in baseball because they pay them so much money. The owners have to lock out the players because they're mad at each other, trying to blame it on the players when the owners just giving away all that money. That's the second thing players out for that. We want to make sure we acknowledge Darren Williams for coming in this morning. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for joining the show and watching us. And we just need you to make some comments right now. I talked about the NFL. We discussed Troy Aikman and Mr. Buck, great teammates in the booth, talking about the Lions and how well they have signed one. All the guys that they drafted, a bunch of undrafted rookies in there as well. Moving forward to the excitement. The biggest excitement in sports right now is NBA. We're in the second round, and we got 2 series left going. We got 2 of them are done. Miami came in and knocked Philadelphia around, and they going home. And Joel Embiid for the second year in a row. Threw his teammate under the bus. So James Harden is not the James Harden that he was in Houston. Same thing last year. What did he say about what's the boy
Ben
name who
Simmons.
stopped playing?
Ben Simmons.
So at least he's consistent.
Yeah.
What you thoughts on Philly right now?
I feel bad for him, B. I really do. I mean, you didn't endure pain after pain. It's like last year, Ben Simmons did it to you. This year, James Harden did it to you. Like, how do you only not attempt a shot in the whole second half? It's starting to make me think you had money on the game or something. Like, who does that? This right here in a closeout game, this was where you're supposed to put all your naysayers and shut them up. Mm-hmm. That's what you were supposed to do. Nah, that's not what you did. But that's what, man. If I'm in B, this Sunday, I mean this off season, I need to talk to Durham Morley. I need to talk to somebody upstairs. We got to get this fixed. And it start with Glenn, aka Doc Rivers. I told you, man, Doc can't coach. The good games, absolutely. Y'all won the division. No, did they win the division or Miami won the division? No, Miami won the division. Okay. Yeah. You got rid of the problem with Ben Simmons, and you still at home. It's Doc, a.k.a. Glenn Rivers. That was the fourth? Okay. Yeah. He can't coach, man. He got the talent. He just can't coach.
I'm not saying he can't coach, but I don't think he's a big coach. When it comes to the big games, when he was in Boston, KD and them got over the hump because of the heart, and not necessarily
the team
wanted to be him.
Mr. Williams. The teams he had, the Clipper teams, was way better than that Boston team he had that he won the championship with. You had CP3.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
He can't coach.
I agree. I think that he's not a big game coach. He'll get you there, coach. But he's not a big game coach.
How can you say he'll get you there, coach, and they at home? He can't
coach.
What I'm
saying is he'll get you a good position in the playoffs. He'll get you. He'll get you up. He'll walk you up.
That they at home.
He'll get you on top of the hill.
How? They at home. Right.
Well, I'm not saying he's a bad coach. What I'm saying is he's not the coach that's going to get you everywhere you want him to be and win. You know, he's not quite the setup guy. He's the guy after the setup
guy. What? He's not what?
He's not the setup.
He's not the guy. Did you say he's not the setup guy? He the guy what?
You know, in baseball. You got your setup, well, you got your mid-inning, you got your starter, you got your mid-innings, your setup guy, and your closer. I would say he's somewhere between the starter and the mid-innings.
No. Glenn, A.K. Glenn Rivers, Doc Rivers. Doc is, let me think. Doc is Doug Collins. Used to coach the Bulls.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you.
I agree.
He Doug Collins.
I agree. He's the starter. He's going. He'll push the bus. When the bus needs to dump, he'll help you push it to the gas station to get some gas. That's what he is.
That's who he is. That's who he is. Yep. Doug Collins. Perfect example.
Yeah. I would have to agree with you on that. Can he do better? When he's done in the past, you're right. Those LA Clipper teams he had were fantastic. And they maybe we're gonna seeing there's a lot of those guys that are still in the league and haven't had success either. Because then once again you got to look at CP3, and they got a tilt on Sunday night against Dallas. So I'm gonna see what this look like. This is about to be fantastic. They're not in Phoenix. I'm sorry. They go back to Sunday night. It's a game. I'll be watching.
Yeah, that's in Phoenix. So Game 7 in Felix.
Because Boston, Milwaukee is the afternoon game. Boston back in Milwaukee, And speaking at Boston,
That's Boston too.
game, yep,
No,
that game is in
Boston. That game in
Boston. You're
Boston.
right, because they were two games in Boston.
Right.
My bad.
No.
I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, the team in green is going to win this series. I'm scared of the prediction, but I will say this much: I sure did love to see Al Horford get that revenge dunk and elbow to the face on Giannis. Because if you're gonna be tough, you're gonna be tough. You gotta take the elbow sometime, and if you're gonna dunk on people and look at them and posterize, it go both ways. So he got his on the other side, and it was Al was like, okay. As long as he did that, first chance he got up, put it on the elbow like, yeah, I'm strong, but no, you're gonna take his elbow. A little bit of
basketball. You're gonna take this elbow, right?
You're gonna take his L and his elbow. The elbow dunk and the elbow into the face. Let's see. We were speaking before. I called it Harden being on the milk carton. He just we couldn't find him. We knew he knew where he was at the time. And say those words, but we talked about this earlier in the season though, when they made the trade. When they made the trade, they came out like gangbusters. They're out there killing them. They doing fantastic. Remember what we said? At least what I said. Short term versus long term. Short term, they're gonna do great, and they're gonna change. The long term, Harden gonna show who he is, and that's exactly what he did again. I Joel, because we're gonna talk about stupid sports. We're gonna talk about the MVP. We're gonna hold off on that a little bit. I feel bad for him that he didn't advance and that he didn't get his MVP. But I've always said that Joel Embiid with this generation is Patrick Ewing.
Wow.
Great player, a lot of accolades, a lot of points, tough out there in the court. But honestly, I hate to say, but I don't ever see him getting over the hump and getting that championship.
Wow.
Unless he do it in year 15.
That's a bad comparison, man. That's a bad comparison.
It's true though. It's a mean comparison.
How can you compare him to Pat?
Easy.
He way more skilled than Pat, man. He way more skilled than Pat.
I'm not saying he wasn't. He's not way more skilled. I'm just saying his success. Good years, a lot of points, MVP. Well, MVP caliber.
Hey, that's on you, man. You can have him. I can't. That's a slap in the face, man. That's a slap in the face.
It is because his career's not over. I wanted to bet when we look back 7, 8 years from now when he retired that his career is going to, in a lot of ways, mirror Patrick Ewing. A lot of all-star games.
You know why? Because it's kind of hard to say that because Pat was playing against Michael, and Embiid ain't playing against nobody. And then Pat and Embiid, Pat ain't shooting no threes. Pat wasn't pushing no break. Pat ain't getting you off the taking you at the top of the key, getting you off the drop step. Nah, man, you wrong for that one, man. You wrong for
I'm saying Patrick Ewing as a center, Joel Embiid as a center, their careers are going to mirror each other. Now in terms of the talent is totally different. It's a different generation of talent, the way he uses talent. I agree.
Love his stuff. He on his own with that. Man, you wrong for that.
Patrick was there 100%. But in terms of him, in terms of victories, in terms of how his career, unless Embiid pick up a championship, 16 for somebody, limited minutes. I don't see him doing
that. Yeah, okay.
I'm proven wrong. I don't feel like I'm wrong in the rest of his career. I hope that's proven on that he go out and wins the championship. Honestly, I do. I don't see that.
I mean, that's right. That's what you want to hope, but Not with that Sixers team. They're gonna have to do some re-alling. Because you gotta figure
Yeah,
James Harden is up. James Harden is up for a max deal. Are you gonna pay him that? Off of this last year? Okay, so now he's starting over now. Tyrone Maxey ain't there. He there, but he not there. Tobias Harris, he like the third option. Danny Green, what did he do? Nothing. That's what I'm saying. You signed you got what's the name from the Lakers? DeAndre Jordan. They got Daryl Marley gonna have to sit down for real and do they gotta do a lot of revamping. Yep. And it starts at Doc Rivers. Or, I'm sorry, Glenn Rivers. It starts there first. You have to have somebody to bring a system. That system has to be bought in by the players. They're not buying into the system no more. There's no reason they should be at home right now. Yes, you came up against Miami. Miami won the division. Understood. You should either be getting ready for Game 7 or you should have been eliminating Miami.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And then if they hands tied or like they like to say, gunshot to the head, he gonna get his money. Watch. He gonna get his money.
Who, Harden?
Because what other option do they have? Right. That's why he know he gonna get his money. And that's sad. That really is sad. Because I thought you get paid on your last performance. I thought you get paid by your last performance. But maybe maybe that's why I'm a factory worker, an auto factory worker, and not a sports agent.
Okay, let's look at this real. Who should pick up what's the guy, the sportscaster? Mama, that man again. He got an interview with the Lakers.
Jackson.
Should they pick
Jackson.
Mark Jackson? Should Mark Jackson go with the Lakers or with Philly?
Mark Jackson should stay where he's at.
Back.
Mark Jackson should stay. Me, personally, if I was a personal friend of him, stay where you at, man. The game that passed you by. Stay where you at. Once again, you have to sell something in order for somebody to buy it. You got in this world, you got takers and you got buyers. Your time didn't win. When you had to go to state job and you got beat out for Steve Kerr, that was it. Just stay in, just be a commentator, man. You don't see Jeff Van Gundy trying to coach no more. It's over. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's with. Okay, think about it. Okay, real talk. All jokes aside, it's what 32 teams in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Jeff Van Gundy ain't got a phone call, but his brother keep getting a phone call. See the difference?
Jeff Van Gundy was done when he was holding on whoever that man's leg was in the middle of that fight.
That was Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning.
Kid trying to get drugs.
He could have still got a coaching gig, but he fell in love with commentating. It's a difference. Okay, once you start seeing when you start seeing NBA players more in street clothes than in the uniform, they know Father Time is calling them. So let me enjoy this success being on the bench versus going out here and injuring them. Because you got to have life after basketball, right? You got to have life after basketball. Ain't nobody picking up your health insurance. Ain't nobody picking up your dental insurance. You got to pay for that now. The New York Knicks not picking that tab up. The New York Knicks not picking that tab up when you go to the dentist or when you go to right. So it's come life after basketball. That's why if you notice when they come back, like a couple of months ago, the former Celtics, the former Knicks came back to visit the Garden. See how big and fat they are now. You don't have no dietitian. You don't have nobody telling you need to watch your carbs. You need to watch your sugar. That's why all them traits come out. Diabetes, heart element, all that. Because you don't have nobody monitoring it. So if I'm Mark Jackson, like I said, if I was a personal friend, stay where you at, man. You got a job for sure. Because think about it. You leave, let's just say you left and you got an NBA job, right? Okay. Who's to say ABC or ESPN gonna hire you back? They can move Vince Carter in your spot. They can move not Chauncey, what's his name? Tracy McGrady in your spot. Right. There's a lot of people they can move in your spot.
Mm-hmm.
They can move Jalen
That's
Rose in your spot.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So no, just stay where you at.
All right. All right. And another thing I know about this playoff, they it's a whole lot more physical than what I've seen in a while. A lot of injuries, trash talk, and a lot of sloppy basketball. If you go look at that Golden State Memphis series, a lot of sloppy basketball, a lot of up and down, turnover,
That's coaching.
layup miss, turnover,
That's coaching.
layup miss.
That's coaching.
This to be professional. We say.
That's coaching. Okay, what I'm saying is, last night, I caught the game, the tail end last night. They had 17 turnovers. If Steve Kerr's standing on that sideline, do they have 17 turnovers? It's coaching. Mike Brown can't coach. But he's on the staff. But he's on the staff. He's on the staff. Like, okay, I need another case of point. Willie Green was on the staff. Can Willie Green coach? Absolutely. He took a crappy New Orleans team and turned them almost upsetting the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Now, let's take that same scenario and Steve Kerr was gone. Would the Golden State Warriors be at home right now? Probably so. That's coaching. Or let's do it. Like they say, if it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. Understood. If Ja doesn't get hurt, are they playing a game 7? Probably.
Well, I would say yes, because that would give Memphis have a better chance of winning. They're a good team with and without him, but of course they're definitely a better team with him.
Absolutely.
Memphis is. I think Memphis is going to do what Atlanta should have done. They improved from last year to this year, and they should take another step forward next year, where Atlanta did not take much of a step this year forward at all.
Absolutely. They need another piece to go along with Ja. Because when Ja got the ball, everybody just standing around to see what he gonna do. You need another facilitator to go with that. If you don't have, it's like when the Lakers, before they start winning, they threw the ball down to Shaq and everybody just stood there and waited to see what Shaq was gonna do. But once they implemented Kobe, it became Kobe, Shaq, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, all of it. It became a cohesive unit. Now you got to worry about, okay, Shaq might throw it down. You throw it down to Shaq. Here comes the double. He kick it back to Kobe. Kobe swing it to Derek Fisher. There's the 3. But when you throw it down and everybody just standing there, ain't nobody moving, that's easy to defend that. Your man ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Do you want to make predictions on tomorrow night, Boston and Milwaukee?
I like Tatum the upset because you're missing a key element. You're missing Middleton. Chris Middleton, eventually you're going to need Chris Middleton. If you do survive and you do beat the Celtics, you're not beating the Heat without Chris Middleton. You're not even making it a series. You're done in 5. I don't care what Giannis doing. I'm not a fan of Giannis. I'm just not. And people, I hear it all day. Why you not? Man, he played for Milwaukee for 1. For 2, ain't no power over in the East. I'm just calling it. I call it how I see it. There's no power over in the East. 3, that's not the first big man that's take the ball coast to coast and dunk out like that. You know who first started doing that? Shaquille. When he was with Orlando. Go back and look at the tapes. Shaquille used to do that. He didn't get a ball to penny. He took the ball and went coast to coast and dunk. Who's going to get in front of that? Nobody. That's what I'm saying. All you doing is implementing what Shaquille was. I'm not a fan. Never have been. And what's funny is I got the jersey. I got the white one, but I'm not a fan. I just like the colors because I got a pair of shoes to go with the jersey. But other than that, I'm not a fan. If I had my way, I would have had the what's the name jersey. I would have got the guy who went to Duke, the one be tripping everybody.
Allen?
Yeah, I'd have Grayson Allen jersey if I had my way. I would have a Grayson Allen Bucks jersey.
He's in Memphis, right? Where is he?
He's in last night. He with Milwaukee.
Okay.
He used to play for Memphis. Then he went to Milwaukee.
Okay. All right. Well, moving forward, getting to our segment of the day, and we're gonna take a quick pause as we move right into stupid sports news. Just a few minutes ago, did Djokovic deserve that second MVP in a row? Embiid worked his butt off all year, played strong. I think Embiid got MVP this year.
No. Yes, he deserved it. Okay, here we go. Joker deserved it. Here's why.
Okay.
Joker deserved it because he put them on his back. If Jamal Murray was there, that's a whole different Denver team. You went out and you swapped Ben Simmons for James Harden. That was supposed to take you up. He did that by himself. He deserved it.
Honestly, my MVP vote would have went to Ja Morant. That's
who?
what my vote would have went. Ja Morant.
Man, stop, man. Stop.
I know he got the most improved player. I know that's what he got, but he got the most improved.
Yeah, okay, that was his award. Right, he got his award.
I'm not saying that he didn't deserve the most improved, but if I got a vote,
you just said he should have got it because he was most improved, right? So he got his award. He won most improved player. You don't get MVP. You can't get both, man.
I'm saying so instead of most improved, I think that most improved should have went to what's the boy at Charlotte that went to Michigan State? The one from Detroit. Bridges.
Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
Man, now you just stop. Miles Bridges. Are you serious?
Yes.
Man, look, take that S flag down. That's why you doing that. I know, man. Get out of here. Miles Bridges. Are you serious? Do Mike Spark?
I'm halfway joking, but what I'm saying is my vote would have went to.
I knew you had to be.
My vote as an MVP would have went to Ja, and if it was a secondary person for most improved, it was. That's what I'm saying. Did Ja technically deserve that award? Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Something about that kid. I don't know what it is about that kid. He went to a mid-major school, killing the came to the pros, didn't skip a beat, and everybody was talking about how Zion was the world. Everybody bound to Zion and always hurt. So I have a thing about the underdog. I think to me, Ja is the underdog. He's playing way at where he should be, where people did not expect him to be. Is basically what I'm saying.
Oh, this guy, you know what? You never cease to amaze me, man. I get you over to this dark side.
We can't think alike.
Man, you can't. How could you say that man deserved MVP? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm actually serious about that. I think he should have got more consideration for MVP. Did Joker put his
What's today?
Did Superman put the 14th? Back? We say?
Today is the 14th?
May 14th.
Okay, what was yesterday? Friday the 13th. You see where I'm going with this? Do you hear me now?
So Jason came and cut my brain out.
Do you hear me now? Man, are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious by saying if I had an MVP vote, I would have voted for Ja. Is he probably a year or two away from really honestly being MVP? Yes. Then
you gonna tell me what? Bobby Porter should have won Sixth Man of the Year?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Now who was it? Now, refresh my memory. Tell me who won it again.
The dude Hero from Miami.
Yeah, I think that was good. I think that was great. I think that was right. I think it was right.
No,
Tyler Hero.
I thought you was about to say
No.
Bobby Portis.
I think that was when they announced that. I said they got that one right. They got that one.
Well, okay. Who should win Coach of the Year?
Oh, New Orleans.
Oh, Willie Green. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Frank
I don't
Vogel.
think he's gonna get it.
I thought you was gonna say Frank Vogel.
Oh, no. He should get scapegoat of the year.
I feel bad for him. I do. I feel bad.
I do. But you know that when you walk in the door as a coach, you know at some point, one, you're gonna get fired, two, you're gonna be the scapegoat. You know that going in. So he did the right thing. He kept his head up, he kept a smile on his face, he said thank you, and he moved on. Because that's what it goes with the territory. That's just how it is as a coach. You can't be mad.
And then you found you found out you was fired on Twitter. Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm. I agree. That was terrible. That was very terrible. They need the communication should have been better.
Absolutely.
A raw deal. He did 100%. He got a raw deal, and then they did him 100% wrong. But as a coach and as a former coach, you know that's what the deal is going in. When a team loses, the coach is the reason. When a team wins, it's the players. That's just the rules. You got to understand that as a coach and be ready and prepared for those situations. And I can tell you as a coach, it's the wins we got. I don't know when get them help them win. They did it on their own. But there was other games where I felt like I was instrumental in getting us over that hump. And that's just how it is. But when you lose, it's always the coach's fault. That's it. All right, one last thing for Stupid Sports News. It's not really much sports in there. This is a man topic because this is sort of like our man, our barbershop. The death habits. I wasn't exactly. I agree with the fact that he was accountable, but what I don't agree with is everybody loving the fact that he died. Just on social media, talking about it's karma. You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead like that. That's not
absolutely.
That man was he a lot of what he said was true, but his delivery was a little skewed at times, and some of the things he said was mean and evil. But to the crux of what he's saying, trying to play together, trying to keep the family core together, trying to get men and women to understand the realities of what it is out there. If you make 35 grand, and as a woman, and your man making 35 grand, don't make it work. That man is not a goofy. That man is not work. You can do better.
Right.
I say, rest in peace to Kevin, and I know that Marcus is probably losing his mind right now that we having this discussion.
I mean, I'm with you. I only seen it on social media. I used to see how women will respond to him, but I never actually heard the guy speak. But yeah, right. You don't celebrate no one's death like that. I mean, that's disrespectful. At the end of the day, this man has a family or siblings or a mother, father. Like I said, I don't really know too much about his background, but yeah, you don't celebrate nobody's death like that and saying it's karma and stuff like that. You don't know. But then at the same time, excuse me, in the same world, this is the world we live in. These are the type of people you got, you know. They weird like that. These generation of people, man, they something else. That's why I just stay out of the way. Or at least I try to. Let me say that. At least I try to, because these guys, man, a lot of elevators go up to the top. There ain't nothing there but smoke. So you just, real. See, this is why. This is why Barack said we had the problems we gonna have right there. But yeah, like I say,
You
rest in
see the
peace.
elevator go up when you get there.
The elevator go up, and when the doors open, ain't nothing but smoke. I'm just being honest. I don't know, man. This generation, because I'm sure when we came along, they were saying the same thing about our generation. But this generation, man, everybody's living for the book. You know, social media, I live for this, I live for that. And then in real life, they're not living the way they say. So, hey, I just put my hands
up. Talk about Generation X. I'm an Xter. They always talk about that Generation Xters. But I did listen. There was times I would watch, the whole show just to see what it was about.
Right.
And he got on the men just as much as he got on the women. And he just tried to get us to understand that we need to work together, not so much apart. And it's sad to see that everybody's saying the bad things about him, because at the end of the day, he's somebody's child. And he was a husband.
Understood.
Say it again?
Yeah. I say understood. I agree with you. Because like I said, I caught mine on just watching, the little social medias. And I was like, wow. Like, I was like, dang, who is the guy? And they was like, man, a lot of women didn't like him. A lot of men, was like I used to see the one little quote where he had, if you're 35 and you're not married, you're like an unwanted woman or something. I don't know if I'm quoting it correctly. Forgive me if I'm not, but I used to be like, who is this guy? And like, he's supposed to have all the advice about women or whatever. But I'm like, to me, just by, ain't he like another Steve Harvey? Because Steve Harvey swear he got all the advice. I'm like, dude, you've been divorced 3 times. I'm really not trying to hear nothing you saying when it comes to relationships. That's just me. What advice could you give me in your 3rd marriage? Well, your 4th. I'm not really trying to hear nothing you telling me.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we have come down.
You about as useless as a no-mouth dog. You about as useless as a no-teeth mouth dog at a frisbee contest. I can't listen to you, man. I'm just saying.
All right. Thank you for coming out, everybody. We are back May 28th, our next show, and we will be live and direct back here on these here channels. Don't forget to click like, click share, tell people that we're here. The shows are archived, so you can always go back and watch us. Thank you very much, Mr. Felix. And thank you, Mr. Marcus, back behind the scenes. After today, enjoy yourself, take some time to yourself, and we love you. Thank you very much.
All right, homie.